Sheriff Pusser is a divisive figure in McNairy County, both revered and hated by some. His legacy is everywhere. There's even an annual Buford Pusser Festival. News 2's Sam Commenti looks at what this new development means for the people in McNairy County.
Generations of families grew up hearing legendary tales of lawman Buford Pusser, a sheriff who inspired decades of pop culture. But the history books are going to read a little bit differently after today. Pusser's home right here in McNairy County is now faced with a new reality, one they might not accept. Their local hero didn't actually lose his wife in an ambush shooting. Instead, he more than likely killed his wife, says the TBI.
I don't believe that. I don't think he would have done that.
Every May, the town where Buford spent most of his life, Adamsville, Tennessee, holds a festival in his honor, just blocks away from where he lived. The highway through Adamsville and the county courthouse also bear his name. So it's not far-fetched to say that most everyone in McNairy County, even 50 years after his death, know of or have an opinion about Sheriff Pusser. Many people I spoke with knew Buford or his kids personally. As such, they did not want to speak about the investigation's verdict.
I suspected it all along.
This McNairy County native
That's what I thought.
was not one of them. Why?
Because he wasn't what they portrayed him as, in the movies, and he was a mean guy from what I understand. My parents had a lot of different stories about him, grandparents, and he wasn't the legend of the walking tall like they said he was.
Poll everybody in McNairy County and you ask everybody in McNairy County, do you think he did it? What would you think the majority would say?
Yes.
You think yes?
Yes.
We also chatted with a man who grew up with Buford and considered him a close friend. So close, in fact, he says he was a pallbearer at Buford's funeral.
We were friends. I loved Buford and his family. So whatever the facts are, they'll pan out on their own, but I don't believe it.
Did he ever talk to you about that day?
Well, some, but not much, hardly no details, but that I remember, but it was just something you didn't talk to him about.
In the Buford Pusser Museum, which is actually Pusser's old house here in Adamsville, told us they had no comment about today's announcement, and then they asked us to leave the establishment. About 30 minutes later, they closed up shop. Reporting in McNairy County, Sam Commenti, News 2.